So at first, straight after I'd hurt myself, it was very hard for me to accept the severity of my injuries. I had a hard time kind of coming to realizing that it would be a long time before I would be able to go back to my normal training routine. I was afraid that it would affect my work, travel. I had a few commitments that I'd planned to go to expos and things, so it really did upset a lot of things. And it did affect my mindset. I was in a bit of a low for a while where I had to just kind of come to terms with everything and accept that, and then and move on. So I'm coping really well. I guess one of the lessons is that you can't don't count your chickens before they hatch. So I had all these things planned, and then all of a sudden the unexpected happens. So you can't really plan too far in the future because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. These injuries, they did stop me dead in my tracks for a while from doing things that I would do on an everyday basis. I couldn't go to the shops, I couldn't drive, I couldn't go on my motorbike, couldn't go to the gym. So for a while there, I was kind of like a prisoner in my own home, which sucked. I was able to catch up on some gaming and things, but now that I am walking again, I don't have the brace or the crutches, and going to PT 3 times a week, which has helped a huge amount down the Elite Author Sport in Wilshire Boulevard. That has enabled me to get more range of motion in my knee, and now I can drive. I can sit on my motorbike and ride just up the road, and getting to the gym and things. So I'm very careful with the activities that I do choose. It hasn't stopped me, from doing things that I like doing, but it definitely has made me aware of the different risks involved in certain activities, and it has certainly stopped me from doing things that I'm not used to, such as rock climbing. I won't do that again. For me, not training is like clipping a bird's wings. You're telling a bird not to fly, telling me not to go train. It was very hard because I used to revolve my day around the gym. When I'd go there and get my workout in, it used to feel good. It's like therapy sometimes. It's making myself feel good, improve my physique and things. So it was very hard for me not to train, but at the same time it puts things in perspective, and you get to stop and think about things that I didn't pay much attention to. So maybe catching up with different friends or family, or studying or reading and things like that. Now I have a little dog, Rex, who's now been able to put my attention and focus onto him while I get better. So with this time that I have at home, I figure it's a perfect time to get a dog and train it and raise it, and that's helped me get through the time a lot better now. So that was a very hard one at the first. As a bodybuilder's worst nightmare is losing muscle mass. And at the start, I figured there's nothing I can do to prevent it. I'm going to lose weight. So I accepted that. And I'm very lucky that I have good genetic and good body composition. I'm relatively lean all the time. So for me to lose the weight and the muscle, it wasn't so bad because it all kind of came off evenly, and I still stayed lean. So I look a lot more athletic and more able-bodied. It's actually a little bit easier being lighter. I'm not as sluggish. At the same time, I love having big muscles and things like that. But I know that when the time comes, I can put it back on. So I'm right now enjoying the break from everything, and just training, and not worrying too much about eating so many meals a day. But I'm just enjoying life, and then when the time comes, we'll see. I took about 7 to 8 weeks off my proper training routine. Like I did a few little workouts in my gym here, but it was not real workouts. It was just to get the blood moving. So I did take a good break from the gym, which is fine. I enjoyed that in a way to just let my body heal. But now I'm back in training, and it's good. I can't go 100%. I'm only going upper body 50% because I still have my bicep that needs a surgery in the next 6 weeks or so. So therefore, my training isn't. Yeah, it's not 100%, but it's enough to keep me kind of maintaining or sitting at this current body weight, and not lose too much more muscle. So. Yeah, I've been training. Once I got back to the gym, I was just doing upper body workouts, chest and back, shoulders. I do triceps, and I do my bicep, my right bicep, and then sometimes I just do like a lightweight preacher curls for my left arm, but not a lot of weight on that. And I started doing just single leg workouts. I'll do leg press, leg curl, leg extensions with my good leg, while the other one's going through physical therapy, until I get that range of motion back. I really not focused on any strength training or training until that that range of motion is back. It just needs to get that first, the flexibility, before I can start putting on muscle there. I guess the biggest message would be like huge thank you for all the support, the messages, the inboxes, the emails, the comments, for everyone that reached out. It was overwhelmingly nice, and it was a lot of encouragement, especially for me, who is usually I'm very, very self-motivated and very independent and strong-willed, to get kind of beaten down to where I was. Sometimes, a message or an email or something from you guys goes a long way, and for me it did. So I'm forever grateful for that support and the time that you guys make for me. So and I'm committed to showing you that I can come back and continue making more training videos and content for you to enjoy. So thank you very much. I guess the hardest part was the everyday activities. Showering was a huge task. Cooking, moving around the kitchen with crutches, trying to go to the shops, putting on clothes, all those things that we take for granted, all those things that we do every day that we don't really think about. It's just normal in our daily routine. All of a sudden, all of those things became a task and took time and patience. And I'm usually an impatient person, so to stop and actually work through each of those little tasks through the day, that was a little bit difficult, and so it kind of makes you stop and think, how lucky we are to be able to do all those things, and it humbles you, makes you slow down. I can't rush it around like I used to, so. I didn't really think like that. I mean, I guess maybe a few times I thought, oh, what if I can't? What if, And I guess that's where it would come into the other reason why I moved out to the USA was to get into acting, which I'd put off for a while there because of my bodybuilding and competing and things. But I know that there's a huge potential that I could have in acting, and I enjoyed filming for Bigger. Playing Arnold Schwarzenegger was a great experience. So for me, I thought, now's a good time to invest into acting classes and trying that out. So if I can't bodybuild, if I wasn't going to compete, that would be the next goal for me. So yeah. it comes from myself, you know, because at the end of the day, no one else can do this except me. To get through the injuries, to get back to training, you know, I have to go through the physical therapy. I have to make every session count. I have to cook, I have to eat, I have to train. So like I have to motivate myself to do that, you know, and that's how I did for a lot of my discipline, for like self-discipline for my training and making it on time. That, and also I have to give credit to friends and the fans and the family. They also, you know, are great motivators. But you know, together, myself and them, I couldn't have done it, because you know, those days that you don't feel like it, or I don't want to go, or I'm not feeling too good, you know, all it takes is a message or an email or something from someone else to say, you know, hey, we're still believe in you, or we really want you to have a full recovery or comeback, and we can't wait to see you compete again. You know, that just like lifts me up, you know, more than I could lift myself up sometimes. So definitely big thanks to you guys for being motivators as well. And no, the short answer, not once. You know, it's the worst. I think the worst thing that could ever happen to me would be like giving up, the willingness not to continue. I think that would be my biggest fear, you know, because then what else have you got? That's like the end of the line. So it wouldn't be exciting. It just wouldn't be me. I couldn't give up. I have to keep going, and I'll keep going until as long as it takes, you know. So that way, just thinking positively like that and reassuring myself and being patient, that's the way to stay on the right track. Keep me out of trouble, depression, or you know, all that sort of stuff. So I don't want to think about that. Don't have any negative or thoughts or energy inside of me, so that I can always be looking forward to getting better every day, one step at a time. So that's just a few questions that I had been asked by you guys, and just thought I'd want to share that with you, so you can see where my mind's at and how I'm dealing with things. And you know, maybe some of you guys have had some injuries, some setbacks, and you can't you know, train right now, or you're going through something. So this is my way to encourage you to keep going. You know, we all go through setbacks, but it's only temporary, and sometimes you need to go through these struggles to develop your character, or to make yourself stronger minded, build your spirit up. You know, we can all have strong bodies, but sometimes it takes something like this to happen to develop stronger mental focus and things. So hopefully you guys get something out of this. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button below and turn on the notifications. And if you guys have any questions that you might want to ask, let me know, and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching.